Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're doing a reading about the super blue moon. Before we begin, I want to quickly remind you that you have an offer from Aura throughout this month, a 7-day free use of the app and a 25% off of the membership. You'll find a link to this offer in the description box. Hope you enjoy this app and that it provides you with tranquility and mental strength. All right, let's get into your reading. Now, this blue moon, not only is it a super moon, which means that it's closer to the earth, thus meaning that it has a strong effect on us, a stronger effect than usual, but it's also a blue moon, which is a very rare phenomenon. I mean, the next one is going to happen in 2037. So this is why we say the expression once in a blue moon. And because of this strong and rare energy today, we're going to take a look at what major changes to expect in your life now. And to do this reading, we are going to be picking 4 piles together. This one moved. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let's see what you have for today's reading. For pile number 1, you have the Damiana. For pile number 2, you have the Mitragenia. Pile number 3, you have the Nettle. And for pile number 4, you have the Rosemary. If you prefer to pick by crystals, let me add these right now. There we go. So for pile number 1, you have the Citrine. For pile number 2, you have the blue Apatite. For pile number 3, you have the Malakite. And for pile number 4, you have the Moonstone. All right, so take a look at which one of these 4 piles or 4 crystals you're the most drawn to, and that will probably be the pile for you here today. If you, however, feel drawn to more than one pile, maybe even all of the piles, as I always encourage you, trust your intuition. It is what takes you to the right readings. There may just be more changes, major changes that you may want to know about that are happening right now. And as usual, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I'll see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You were drawn to the beautiful Citrine as well as the Damiana card. I've just read about this card. So interesting. We'll talk about it during your reading and see how it fits into your reading today. Oh, looks like you've got 3 here. And as you know, we're taking a look at the energy of the super blue moon. Now, 3 again, wow. Now, the super moon, not only does it have a great effect on us, having it, wow, 4, really? Having it being so close to the earth. But this time, the blue moon is a very rare occurrence. It's something that happens in after many years. I mean, the next one is happening in 2037. So I believe this is a powerful reading. There are major things that are about to happen. The second full moon is a powerful one. And I've also seen a lot of your readings that were pointing to the blue moon. So let's find out together, my dear pile number 1, what major changes to expect for you. So you have the obelisk. Interesting. Some authority, some sort of authority is involved in your reading. We'll find out more. Okay, I can't believe you've got all these cards. Wow, I trust the reading the way it is. The chakra that you have is the sacral chakra. And it says, I feel emotionally overly reactive. Ooh, now that, I think it's confirming what I'm seeing here, right? You have Venus in Aquarius with detachment. That's the second time you get Venus because we have it in the Damiana card. You also have Jupiter in Leo with publicity. Oh, can you see your cards? My apologies. There you go. These are your 2 cards. There we go. I'll fix it in a second. And you have Mars in Scorpio with revenge. Ooh, okay. You have black moon water, black water moon with isolation. We also see the keyword dormant. You have the gibbous waxing water moon with passion. We can move them a little bit down here. You have the full earth moon with achievement. So much going on here. Wow. What's going on, my dear pile number 1? So much. I mean, I initially thought one thing, and we're seeing so many major changes happening for you. Okay. You have the first quarter waxing air moon with adaptability. Right. So I didn't expect all these oracle cards. How about we leave it the way it is. We leave everything the way it is. Right. Let's now pull out your tarot cards, right? So we'll go 1, 2. I think we can have space for one more from this deck. 1, 2, and 3. And then we'll do 1, 2, 3, and 4. Wonderful. Let's see what you have. The Queen of Cups. The 6 of Cups. And the 4 of Wands. You have the Justice card. The Devil card. Interesting that you get the 2 right next to each other. This is a major deal going on here. And major situation, I mean. You have the 4 of Cups. And then you have the Moon card. Down there's a lot of major arcana. It is certainly a big deal. Oh my, where do we begin? Well, let's begin with the obvious. First major change that is about to happen in your life, it seems, especially with the Citrine aligning. Look at this. Citrine, the Damiana card, or the Damiana plant, as well as the overactive the sacral chakra. This is no question here. There's activation of the sacral chakra. There is a lot of sexual attraction going on. In fact, as I was reading about the Damiana, it is considered as an aphrodisiac, as how it's said. Yeah. So there's a lot of sexual activity going on. There's a lot of love. There's a lot of attraction for sure. So it does look to me with the beloved, especially look at that 11:11. Right now is the timing for you to, and I heard in my mind the one, as I was gonna say, a beloved person. Yeah, it looks like you're with the star as well. You're like meeting your hope in terms of a relationship. This is indeed true for you if you are single and if you're looking for someone. If you're not, of course, please do understand that it's a general reading and it may not, this part at least of the reading may not pertain to you, but it is your main card. You were pulled to the citrine, and we can see a whole column here talking about a major deal. And since we're talking about major deal, it's taking me to the major arcana. I have more to tell you about this situation in a moment. But just so you know, you are meeting the one now. It's about to happen, manifest in your life. That's absolutely going on. And with the overactive, this is like you getting all in your feels, all in the getting into your attraction. There's magnetism. There's this feeling of finding kindred spirits, soulmates kind of energy, playfulness, but considered sacred. There's intimacy going on with us as well with Venus. Yeah, there's definitely this energy going on. And having Pluto gives me this understanding, especially with attachment here, that you are ready. It looks to me like you have mentally done some work, like you've detached from something. You've detached perhaps from negative thoughts that used to be of authority to you. Like you've detached from some strong thoughts that used to control you. And this is why your sacral chakra is active, attracting the right person to you at the moment. This is giving me like negative thoughts that used to take control of you. You're detaching from that. Or thoughts that relating to self-worth, or thoughts relating to how you Venus, how you see yourself. You've done some mental work and you're sticking to it rigidly, and it is affecting your power, your magnetism, and you will be meeting with publicity here. You will be seen by a specific person right now in your life. It's happening as we are speaking. Strong attraction is going to be happening in your life as per the energies of your card. Let's read more about it here before we move to the other things that I'm seeing, because we're going to be reading the obelisk again in another perspective here, and the publicity in another perspective there. There's more, certainly a lot is going on that the super blue moon has an effect in your life at the moment. So here is the situation. We did say that this is all happening because you're taking control of your mind. And it is especially true with how you're going to move on with this connection. So your reading is kind of showing with the planting the shadow sack versus planting the light sack. This is saying it's all gonna go forward as you meet this person, which looks like you really will. It's gonna go forward in a way that it will either be good for you or may not be good for you, although this is the right person, depending on how you move forward when you in fact do meet this person. Because it's going to be strong energy, and I feel like your cards are trying to show you don't want to recluse back to having these thoughts take control of you. And so depending on how strong you're going to stand, even amidst all of these emotions, splurge of emotions going on. that this is gonna go. So if you let these emotions take control of you and start without noticing, going back to the shadow side of thinking whatever this was, you may start going down a path that you may not like. Or if you go to the light side, which we see it being in the Four of Cups. Four of Cups, you know, is the energy of not taking something, you know, which is detachment. So if you take that route of detachment, which the con can sometimes be not knowing what to expect next, not being able to control the situation, and so having to sit with your emotions will be the best way for you moving forward to make this connection successful. So I do see an element with the Moon card here in conjunction to the Four of Cups. Also, actually all of the cards, there is a little bit of an element of waiting. I don't know why. Maybe we'll pull out some, not maybe, I will do that for you. We'll pull out some cards later on after we have read everything else to find out why there is a little bit of waiting, why there's a little bit of adjustment going on here, why you may be tempted to go back to some old pattern of thought. But at the end of the day, your cards are showing, should you wait for the unknown and continue to do the right thing for yourself, this will be very successful. This is going to be a major deal. In fact, with the Four of Wands, it might even lead to like something serious, like a wedding, forming a family or something, like a big milestone at the end of the day between the two of you. We'll find out more when we get into that, but I want to also show you other things that I'm seeing in your reading before we get back to this energy. Relating to the the sacral chakra, you have passion here. And it's interesting also how you have isolation versus publicity. So this can be translated in two ways. You either are working towards something passionately, and maybe whatever it is that you were working on wasn't seen with isolation, or maybe you weren't seen, and now you're becoming like a star. Everyone can see you, especially that we have within this Queen of Cups, by the way, Alice reaching the end of the chessboard and becoming the queen, right? And so, yeah, there's a promotion going on here. So it's either you have been working in your career or towards something so passionately, it wasn't picking up, you weren't seen, and then you're going to be seen. Or, especially that you have achievement. I wouldn't be surprised if this isn't the case for most of the people listening. And on top of that, another thing that I'm seeing is it could be you could have been isolated from society, and with the activation of the solar chakra, you cutting ideas that used to perhaps bring you down. You're now more connected to other people. You've cut yourself from ideas that used to make you stressed, and I think this is definitely the case as well, because the Damiana was also used to treat depression and anxiety. So you've done something so right here with your mind. I'm just so flabbergasted. Whatever it is that you've done, keep doing that, my dear pal number one. You're doing a beautiful job. Chef's kiss. Honestly, good for you. And it's allowing you to connect more with others. That's why this we get this overactive sacral chakra. I mean, it's like going from nothing to having it so active, meeting the one, connecting with others, having passion towards what you are doing, and being promoted. I mean, you must be feeling stronger than life at this point. And around this time now, you're going to be seeing many things change in your life for you, my dear pal number one. You will love the changes happening because you have beaten that which used to take authority over you. It's changing. Now I see why it's right there. It's changing so many things. It's changing how you are perceived. It's changing your work and how you are seen. It's changing your connections with others. It's changing even your romantic connections. I get why all of these changes are happening. When I first looked at your cards, I was like, whoa, so many things happening here for pile number one. But in fact, yes, so many things are happening. And it all pertains to that little thing. Once, do you see how one small change, being persistent and doing one small change, can change so many things in our lives? A lot of the times we keep dealing with this issue or that issue. We keep trying to take control of many things in life at the same time, when it's sometimes changing the root cause of all of these things that automatically changes all of these things for us. That's exactly what I'm seeing here for you, and I'm so proud of you, my dear pal number one. If no one has told you that, I'm so proud seeing cards like that. Good job. So yeah, wow, you're changing so many things here. And like I said, taking control of your head. Do you see that? Taking control of your head has really brought you so much power that was taking control of you. And because of that, you're now able to, I don't want to say adapt, but you're able to live peacefully with a lot of the things that perhaps used to make you feel tired in the past, used to be a problem in the past. And you're also creating a lot of achievement in your life. I see here, this was a long time coming, this huge milestone in your life. And this milestone doesn't just pertain to this connection that's going on in your life, which is going to lead to marriage, by the way. But Four of Wands is a card of milestone. Milestone to who you are becoming. Milestone to the promotion that you're getting. New milestone in your work. New milestone in your love life. New milestone in who you are becoming. My dear pal number one. If these were my cards, I would be so proud and smiling listening to this. Good job, but do be careful. Do be careful. With relationships, I did promise, yes. There is more to come, and you are being asked to be careful because you don't want to go down that rabbit hole again. The shadow, you don't want to get into the shadow. And do know, shadow is an illusion. I mean, the devil card is an illusion, meaning that you don't have to go down that path again. Really continue to take control of your head and the way you think, because it is the root cause that is bringing you all of this success. So let's explore that for you. What is going on in this new relationship? Why is there so much waiting? Why do you have to take control of your mind again? Perhaps it's that last test from the universe with that overly attraction going on. With that overly attraction going on to help you create roots for that type of thinking forever, where this new way of thought would be rooted in your mind, as opposed to the old maybe fears or the old thoughts, right? So it isn't for your advantage spiritually, for your spiritual growth at the end of the day. But yeah, do note that something is going to be happening here between you two. There's a bit of waiting, maybe waiting to unite, or maybe waiting to create better dynamics together. Not sure. We're going to find out together. But I will tell you something. Since the Damiana is related both to, restoring sexual vitality, and at the same time, I don't want to say healing anxiety and depression. It's like bringing relaxation, like easing this. Since these two are related, I would say sometimes when our emotions are so high, we don't listen to, I think that's the card here is actually thinking about it a second time. I promise I will look, but I just want to draw your attention to what your cards want to say. When emotions are so loud, we don't listen to the thoughts, the rational thoughts that pop up, because the emotions are so loud we can't hear them. And I'll give you a quick example. Like, sometimes we're so excited about someone, that we let things slide that otherwise we would never let slide, had we not had these emotions. And you will notice that once the emotions are down, you get shocked by this person and you start going back in retrospect. You're like, oh my God, this happened and this happened and this happened. And I noticed it. How did I not put two and two together? These red flags were always there, but the emotions were so high that we never listened to it. It's that time when our friends can see these red flags and they go, do you see this? Do you see that? And we get angry. Why are you focusing on it? You're misunderstanding that, because we want to follow these beautiful emotions so much. Sometimes we want to be supported by it, that we don't want to hear. But when we do sit alone and contemplate, we go, you know what? My friend is actually right about that. This is a red flag. So your reading is trying to tell you, continue to, like with detachment, continue to detach from whatever it is that has authority over you, because I want to say, well, Lenormand, the obelisk here is authority. So you want to detach from whatever is taking authority over you. And that's why you have overactive sacral chakra. You don't want these over emotions and over attraction to take control of you. You want to detach so that you are able to think rationally and follow the light, and not make your shadow take control of you. Only when we allow our emotions to take control of us this way do we follow the shadow, because we're afraid, because we go back to whatever type of thoughts that were like, I told you, I'm protecting you. But following it is going down a dark hole. You want to, in that time, detach, even if you don't know what's going to happen. You want to detach, and only by detaching will you be able to think of things rationally. It's so nice to feel these things in the spur of the moment, but you don't want to lose your way as you feel these emotions, because this could be an amazing person, but you have to do things like setting boundaries, clear boundaries, adjusting the dynamics of this connection to make sure that it's fair for both of you. Sometimes you're dealing with such a wonderful, beautiful person that cannot see a certain thing that could harm you. And later on, it could be too late to fix, perhaps. So yeah, we're not perfect, they're not perfect, and you want realistically to have a healthy dynamic with a beautiful person like that. So what's going to go down with this person, and why do you have to wait a little bit? And I do know on a spiritual level that the universe is creating roots in your mind to continue that strong mindset that you have created. So what exactly is going to go down with this person? What's going to happen with this person, please? For pile number 1. So you have, wow, the World card. Look, this is going to be an amazing person, just so you know. With the World card, this is a person who is really going to have it all in terms of what you want from a person. So that's first things first, just so you know. Then you have the Six of Cups. Again, we have the Six of Cups twice. This is definitely a soulmate. This is someone that your soul is reconnecting with, by the way. This is someone that you've met from a past life, and the pattern of the shadow and the light is the same pattern you keep perhaps coming back to heal. So you want to overcome this in this lifetime so that you can continue finally and enjoy your connection together. You have the Seed of Wands. This is the Page of Wands. Innocent energy. I mean, Page of Wands, Six of Cups twice. This is a good person at heart. Nine of Pentacles, again, a card showing that this is like your dreams coming true. That's why it's so strong. I get it. There we go. But then you have the Ten of Wands. This person has one thing, although with all of these beautiful energies, one shadow. They also have one shadow. And even though it's just one, it could be a huge burden on you and this connection. And this is why you don't want amazing emotions that are overtaking you because they're so wonderful in every way wished for, to let you neglect or not see, to close your eyes on that one thing that could equally have so much power to break the balance. That's why I have the Justice card. You must persist in keeping that balance. I don't know what this shadow is going to be. In fact, it's following with the moon, making me understand you're meant to see this when it happens. And so you always want to enjoy these emotions, but you don't want it to overtake you, overdrug you to the point where there are red flags and you just ignore them. Once you notice that there are red flags, you must speak to yourself about it, and you must make a stop in this connection. Not because this is a bad person. We all have shadows, and we all could be sometimes harming others with our shadow without realizing it, harming ourselves, harming others without ever meaning to. So you want to put your foot down and you want to say, look, you are an amazing person, a person that I've dreamt about. You have everything that I want. But with the 10 of Wands, this is going to take a toll on our connection, and it is not something that I will accept for myself or for you. So I think there is a stop going on here, and it's telling you to not take with the 4 of Cups, and not take that cup that you don't want. In fact, I'll show you the 4 of Cups traditionally so you can see what I mean. There we go. So you can see traditionally something is offered to them. They have their arms crossed and they're like, no, I don't want to take it. Arms are crossed. So don't take what is not right for you and continue to refuse what is not right for you. You're doing the right thing. And it's other people's choices. If they choose to be fair with the justice to both you and them, that's a wonderful thing. If it's not, you're not going to take something that is 10 of Wands. This is a burden that you can't carry just because they are wonderful. And they have to make that choice of doing the right thing by themselves if they want to. And also with the 4 of Cups here, you, in this specific 4 of Cups, as you can see, you are in a beautiful place. Yes, there's a little bit of rain, but I think the card is trying to show you, don't worry, you're in such a good place with this person. You just have to not take what is not right for you. And my dear pile number 1, like I told you, major changes about to happen now in your life. Hold on tight, fasten your seatbelts, because you're going on a wild ride in so many areas of your life because of this root major change that you've created with your mind. Congratulations. If you want to share in the comment section what you've done, personally, I would love to hear the thoughts you've done, and I'm sure other people would love to read, even if they're within the same pile, would love to read your pile, because you know it's a community that learns from each other. I know it's a community that loves growth, and I'm sure you could be giving ideas to other people. So yeah, share your experience, my dear pile number 1. You've obviously done something that works beautifully. I wish you the best with all these changes that are happening in your life. May you always be blessed and happy. And if you've enjoyed your reading, please give me a thumbs up. I also want to tell you, the super blue moon, this is like direct effect on your life. This is strong effect. Do expect these changes to start happening in your life now. My dear pile number 1, please give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed this reading. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. I do post readings nearly every single day. And please don't forget to check out my productivity e-cookbook. It's a book that I've been passionate about to bring out to you guys. And for this reason, I've partnered with a nutritionist that I really love and believe in to bring out to you 210 recipes that are healthy, delicious, and are cooked in a matter of minutes, giving you the rest of the day to do what is important for you. If you're vegan, there is a vegan version. If not, you can make use of both ebooks. There are no duplicate recipes. And so this way you'll have a plethora of healthy and delicious meals to choose from, perhaps even for the rest of your life. And like I said, if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. And my dear pile number 1, all the best of luck in this new beautiful chapter of your life. and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. You were drawn to the beautiful blue Apatite as well as the Mitragynia. And today we're taking a look at the energy of the super blue moon, which is, first of all, a rare phenomena because it happens after many years. Like the next one is happening in 2037, so it's not something that is reoccurrent, and also it is a supermoon. Not only is it a blue moon, it is also a supermoon, and the supermoon is very close to the earth, and so it has a stronger effect than what you would usually get with a full moon, a regular full moon. So let's read the energies of today and find out what major changes to expect next in your life. I feel like this one also wanted to come out, so let's take these. Okay, and let's take a look at your oracle cards. You have 2 chakra cards. We can put them one on top of the other right there. And this one came out, so let's keep it there as well. You have the disseminating, waning earth moon with responsibility. Interesting. Okay. And you have the ibis card. Yeah. You have Mercury in Libra with influence. Interesting that you have influence here. All right, let's keep it right there. Yeah, these are your oracle cards. Before we take a look at your tarot cards, you have heart chakra, balanced. I love unconditionally. That's wonderful. Okay. And love this balanced heart chakra and balanced root chakra. Beautiful. So it says, I am rooted. Love these cards for you. All right, I think it's time to check your tarot cards. You have 1. This is significant because it came out from the very beginning before I was thinking about tarot. Oh. Right, so what major changes should you expect in your life with this energy that we see in your cards today? All right, okay. Let's pull out your second tarot deck. What major changes should you expect now in your life with the super blue moon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I see the 6th right there. Must fit. Okay, we'll make it fit. I feel it's supposed to come. Okay, perhaps we can push this just a little bit and then we'll have all the space that we need at the bottom. Look at, I just saw 17 and 7. 7 is a really strong dominant number in your reading. 7th is the 7th house of intimacy, or it could be a reoccurring number that you keep seeing. If this is the case, then the messages you're meant to hear today are the promised messages that you've been hearing about. Okay, let's check out, like this is divine timing for something. Let's find out. So, you have the Temperance. This one, I knew it was very important for you. Yeah, it goes very well with your main card. So you have Temperance, the Magician, 2 major arcana right off the bat. You have the 6 of Cups. Whoa, you have the 9 of Pentacles. What a 9 of Pentacles. You have the Lovers card. I told you there is an element of also relationships going on for some of you. And you have the Ace of Wands. This is big energy, by the way. I feel like this is the pen. We're taking a look here and it does say a lot. Right, let's now take a look at the second row. You have the Two of Wands, Nine of Wands, Eight of Wands, so many wands, wow, okay. And you have the Seven of Swords, the Empress, and you have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles and Nine of Pentacles are very close to their meaning. So that's potent energy going on in your life, yeah. You too, pile number 2, you have a lot going on with this supermoon. I'm starting to feel like this next blue supermoon, I haven't done the other readings yet, but I'm already seeing in 2 piles so many things happening for you guys. So it looks like this new supermoon is going to have an effect on people's lives in so many areas, not just one. Okay, well, the most potent one I can see right off the bat has to do with, of course, your main card. I've just been reading about the Mitra Genia. I've seen this card before. It's very interesting. Whenever I get to read about it, it intrigues me because it is a rainforest tree that's been valued so much by the people, the indigenous people of Southeast Asia. Not just because it heals, but it heals a lot of symptoms like stress, pain, fever, fatigue. They chew on the leaves of it and they heal with it, right? But also the most significant part that I wanted to talk to you about in this reading is that in the 19th century, they've discovered the kratom, which became known as an opium substitute. You can like heal from opium without taking opium. So very, very interesting. This gives me an idea here, especially with all of the rooting going on here, the balanced chakras, that you will be shape-shifting your life by like your whole life, perhaps why there are so many actually changes going on. I'm starting to understand the energy of the supermoon, which I'll discuss later. But what's going on here is that you're shape-shifting so many things in your life because you've taken a grasp on like some sort of, I want to say, addiction that was the root cause to so many things in your life not going right. Like, for example, it doesn't have to be addiction of substance per se. It could also be like not feeling like working, so you constantly choose idleness, or the other way around, not wanting to deal with some things in your life, so you choose to work a lot, or not wanting to choose to deal with some things because they're emotionally so painful, so it may lead to overeating and what is it called, like affecting your body, where it affects your body, or not wanting to deal with people, so isolate, not wanting to deal with like a childhood trauma, so getting into a relationship. You get what I'm trying to say at this point. So however this is relating to an area of your life, and I think all of us have this one thing where we in the past didn't have awareness, didn't deal with it, so we went and done something else. It's only natural. And oh, I forgot to tell you why am I going there as well. It's because you have Saturn and Neptune. Neptune is the planet of, imagination, expansion and imagination. Saturn is going through this rough time. And so I get this understanding of not dealing with what Saturn is offering, and so warding off, drifting off, drifting off to something else. So seeing your chakras balanced here and the Mitra Genia, I do see that you're taking a grasp on some important part of your life that is changing all your life. You're no longer being influenced, talking yourself into something, and rather taking responsibility and balancing your life. And because of that, I see so many things, amazing things happening in your life right now. Let's take them bit by bit. That's better. Okay, so yeah, your cards are really signifying the same thing. Yeah, just one more time before we get into it, because I just want to show you how much your cards are showing how you've like balanced masculine and feminine energy together. You're coming into balance for sure. We see here with the ibis and the Norman, this is the stork card, which is a card of change. You're making great change to remove that which used to influence your life. And you see the ibis here, which represents, of course, Thoth. Thoth is the god in ancient Egypt of knowledge and wisdom. And I see you are really thinking seriously about it now with the Two of Wands, planning how to now take responsibility towards the things that used to affect you in life. I see you holding now your pen and thinking, right, so I want to make a change in this area of my life, and thus I'm going to do this, and that. I want to have a change in my life towards this other area, and for that reason, I'm going to do this, and that. And so on. I see you planning profusely, is that the right word? Like so much in that time of your life to change what used to be hard with the Nine of Wands, what you used to persevere to do. With the Eight of Wands, you're going to move very quickly past it. You will be quite surprised at how things that used to be tricky in your life are now changing dramatically in your life. They're no longer an issue to you anymore, and you'll have a lot of people perhaps going, whoa, how did you make these changes so quickly? How are you a changed person to this extent in a matter of days and a week? How can you just get up and move past these difficulties and become this renewed person in a matter of days? And it happens. I mean, a lot of successful people, when you listen to their stories, it is that moment, it is that change. They tell you, over a night and day, I woke up, I threw up my cigarette packs, I threw this, I did that, I put a plan that I never stopped making these plans for myself. I've changed this habit, I've done this, I vowed, and I've never looked back. So it is that type of strong change that I see in your heart in this reading that will allow you to finally take a grasp on wishes with the Six of Cups that you have been dreaming about for years and years and years. So I see you picking up your pen, writing down everything that you want to manifest, and starting from this point onwards. What I've noticed was so similar in your reading was right here with the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. And both have an energy of living the life that they had dreamed of. I see so many trophies being hung, which kind of tells me that what you're writing down, you are achieving one by one, one by one. You're changing your health. You're changing how you look. You're changing your work, or rather, you're changing the things that you want to see in your work, your manifestations. Really, everything is changing. In fact, one thing that I see happening for some of you with the heart chakra being balanced is also love with the Lover's card. It is a card of choice. If you don't resonate with falling in love, it is a card of choice, and it does confirm that everything you choose to write will come into your reality. And that's why the choice is centered. What you choose, you will manifest into your reality. And there is an emphasis on changing who you are as well, because you have the Empress here. We see beauty. We see living a luxurious life with the Empress. We see creation with the Empress. That same three types of energies that we keep seeing in your reading. And taking a grasp on the very same energy that used to put everything down that you wanted to be and wanted to create is the same energy that will allow you to create and change these things. And that's why you have so many things changing. And in order to do that, in order to find the wisdom to think about how you change things, sometimes we wait for our hearts to heal in order to do things. I'm seeing the opposite here with the heart chakra and the root chakra. I see you doing the opposite of making the necessary changes, which are, as a result, changing your pains and the things that perhaps used to be the very reason that didn't make you move. So the movement and the actual change in your life will be your mitra genia. Didn't remember when we said they used to chew on it to heal? So I see your heart healing through you healing your stability around your life, you making these big changes in your life. And such a beautiful reading to see, my dear pile number 2. And that's what I wanted to tell you from the very beginning. Seeing pile number 1 and seeing pile number 2 now, you know what? This supermoon is in Pisces. How did I not think of that? Which means changing things in your path, making the necessary spiritual growth will change your karma. Absolutely. Oh my God. That's why we're seeing these things in pile number 1 and pile number 2. I haven't seen pile 3 and 4 yet, but I bet you, I don't know, but I bet they'll be the same. Isn't it interesting how cards kind of show us the energy of what's going on sometimes astrologically? It's beautiful. It is the reading of energy after all. So yeah, super blue supermoon in Pisces. That's what happens. Dealing with the things we've been putting off because it's untangible. But once you actually deal with that, you see tangible things in your life. And in your case, it is now about picking up your pen and making that change. Also, where did we see change? Right there, choice and change. Holding your pen and start taking control of that which used to take control of you by writing down what it is you want to change and heal in your life. Wow, so proud of you. Pile number 2, so proud of you. You'll be seeing so many changes with how you look, who you are as a person, the things that you've always wanted to manifest in your life, healing your body and reaching your dreams, even the wildest one. It's like a birthday for you. It's marking a new birthday for you, who you are becoming today. On that day or today is a totally different person to the past. It's the person you've always, your inner child was meant to become. So congratulations with that, my dear pile number 2. Wishing you the best of luck in this coming period of your life. May you always be blessed, happy, strong, and achieve all the dreams that you want. This was your reading, and if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. I do post readings nearly every single day. And please don't forget to check out my productivity e-cookbook. It can definitely be a great addition to the plans that you're making ahead. I've been very passionate about this ebook because I wanted to bring out to you healthy and delicious meals that are cooked in a matter of minutes, giving you the rest of the day to do what is important for you. And for this reason, I've partnered with a nutritionist that I really love and believe in to bring out this e-cookbook for you. And if you're vegan, I got you. There's a vegan version. If not, you can even make use of both ebooks. This way, you'll have a plethora of healthy and delicious meals to choose from. And there are no duplicate recipes. Maybe you'll even be using this ebook for the rest of your life, e-cookbook for the rest of your life. You know, the navigation in this ebook is a breeze. You look at the recipe that you want, click on it, it takes you to the page. There's a clear picture of what to expect, clear instructions, whether you're a good cook or not, clear nutritional values, you name it. It's all in there. I truly hope you enjoy it. Thank you guys for the feedback you've given me. We've done it with love. And if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to it down in the description box. And my dear pile number 2, thank you so much for tuning in. Wishing you the best from my heart. You're gonna create an amazing life. I can see it right in your cards. Wishing you the best of luck, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. You were drawn to the beautiful Malakite. Whoa! Well, I guess your card's here already. As well as the Nettle card. And I've been reading about this card and I found it to be fascinating, very interesting. We'll get into it when we need to during your reading. As you know, today we're taking a look at the energy of the blue supermoon in Pisces. So let's find out more what major changes are happening in your life as a result that you should expect right now. All right, so these are your oracle cards. Let's pick up a chakra card. Let's take, looks like you got 3. Okay, 3 chakra cards. Why not? Let's put them right there. Okay, and yeah, let's check out your oracle cards first. So you have obviously the balsamic waning fire moon with compromise. And you have the black earth moon with economy. Interesting. Okay. You have Saturn in Cancer with charity. And you have the stars, the Norman stars. Okay. Let's check out your chakra cards. I feel like 1 is supposed to be here and 2 right there. So you have a balanced heart chakra with I love and have connection. Wow. Seeing it with the stars is really cool. And you have an overactive root chakra with I am being greedy. Okay. And you have an underactive solar plexus with I do lack self-trust. Right. It says good job. Wow. I love that. Okay. So let's now check. And I do see some stars here, which is also taking me. So it looks like these two are connected as well. All right, and if these two are connected with the stars, that's not a bad thing to want more from the universe. Let's find out more. That's a wonderful thing, actually. Okay, let's pick up your tarot cards and find out. Whoa, thanks. Looks like this card is very heavily related to the economy card. So you have 4 of Swords. Interesting. Okay. And we'll keep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then I think these should come out. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I believe you also have 2 cards. Let's keep them to the side for now and see what they want to say. Can you keep a card here? No, I think that's it. We'll check them out later. I'm sure we'll have a question and then these will be our cards or clarification or something. They're out for a reason and we'll find out as we check out your reading. Right, so you have the 4 of Swords, the High Priestess, the 7 of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles, and the Hermit. And you have the 10 of Swords. This looks like you're going through some difficulty that is preventing you to fly, create balance, to do something. You have the Tower card. Yes, the 10 of Swords and the Tower. This is a difficult situation that you're going through. And I'll tell you why I believe you are going through and not going to go through. Because that is the card. That is the toughness of the nettle. We'll talk about it in a second. You have the 7 of Cups. It's actually what you have to go through. We'll talk about it in a second. The Page of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. Loving your reading. I'm starting to absolutely grasp what this super blue moon is all about. Now it's the 3rd reading and we're getting there. The readings are different, totally different, but the energy is the same. And I'll show you here what I mean, compromise and economy. It does seem that you are going through some difficulty for sure. But you won't believe me if I told you that in the next couple of days, you are going to do something hard, which is counteractive to what you think you should do in order to take yourself out of this difficult situation. You will be doing something that you never thought you would ever do before. This emotion with being greedy, this overactive root chakra of being greedy, wanting something so much, in the next couple of days is going to push you to do something with the underactive solar plexus that you would have been afraid to do in the past. Why am I saying that? You can even see it here with compromise and economy. So let's take it little by little. What is going to happen to you in the next couple of days? Nettle, and as you can see, it's related to Mars, and it says action. Why is it related to Mars so much? And why did the author choose to relate it to Mars so much? Because just like the Mars energy, when you touch its leaves, it causes great irritation, right? And this irritation is not a bad thing because it stimulates, it causes stimulation, and it increases the blood circulation. In fact, what I found so interesting about the nettle is that I've read that in many different ancient civilizations, they used to use the nettle. Like, for example, in ancient Egypt, they would use it to treat arthritis, rheumatism, lethargy, cholera, and they would sometimes make it, touch it to the areas that hurt them to stimulate this area. And I believe, as what I read, is that it causes the body to release, I forgot, antihistamine, I think it's called. Yeah, anyways, this heals inflammation and swelling. Also, you see Hippocrates used to use nettle in so many of his remedies. Also in Norse mythology, it was believed to be related to both Thor, the god of thunder, of course, and Loki, the trickster, would use nettle as his magical fishing net. Also in Celtic folklore, for many things, what I remember is like healing black magic and sorcery. The Anglo-Saxons as well, to ward off black magic for the same reason. Oh, no, yeah, it was one of their 9 revered or most sacred herbs, again for black magic, jealous elves. So my point is, it must be like a very effective herb if all the ancient civilizations were using it, whether for spiritual reasons or magical reasons or for actually healing the body. And as you can see, it causes irritation, but that irritation is the irritation that stimulates fighting off the very same thing that was hurting you. So I do see in the next couple of days, you, with compromise, like doing something you would have never thought of yourself doing, you will surprise yourself with taking action. Because, see, remember we said these two are connected. With being greedy, you have so many hopes and dreams that all of a sudden, I think this blue supermoon is sparking something within your heart where you're going to feel, you know what, I want this in my life. You have obviously huge dreams with the 7 of Cups centering your reading. Wait a minute. How did we miss that? Do we have the 7 of Cups lining up, centering your reading? Oh my God, the way cards communicate to us is really magical sometimes, all the time. So centering your reading, you have 2 7 of Cups aligning, which shows that you have huge dreams where before you would have compromised yourself, mourned them, thought that they were way bigger than you. Believe it or not, in the next couple of days, you're actually going to watch yourself getting up, having your heart suddenly connected and feeling, no, I'm not going to sit there and watch my dreams go by. I'm going to get up and do this. And so that sparked energy is going to give you all the needed trust and strength to overcome major difficulties in your life. Things that have been going on, you've been watching it like cracking in front of your eyes, and you're like, not only am I fixing this, I'm also going to start on my journey of achieving everything that I want in my life. I'm no longer waiting for anyone. On my own, you are activating this solar plexus energy, full throttle with the Queen of Wands, and going after what you want. In the next couple of days, you are starting your journey of 1,000 miles, making huge steps that would have otherwise taken years because of that power that you have, and actually seeing yourself on a journey of everything that you wanted to happen being absolutely possible. Now, seeing economy and all of these pentacles here right next to your dreams, and charity as well, I see that a lot of your dreams will be perhaps achieved with wealth. So maybe you want to start off achieving wealth. I know pentacles, economy, charity may not be wealth. Maybe it's having the resources to do what you want. But I gotta say, I mean, for a lot of you, this must be you finding a way to get some wealth to achieve the things that you want. Some of you, because I see someone sitting on inheritance, like Four of Swords here next to the charity is giving me the idea that you might be getting some inheritance or some unexpected help as well. High Priestess, if you just asked in your mind, where's that coming from? That's why the High Priestess is there. You cannot see this because the High Priestess is the gatekeeper between this world and the other world, and it is a card of secrets. So you may not be seeing this here, but you will be assisted with great wealth, perhaps coming in very in these days of your life. You'll be notified or something about some kind money coming in, or some charity or some inheritance, specifically for a lot of you, coming in that you were not expecting at all, that will push you through a lot in life, like give you a nice jump start. And that's the difference in your pile between all of the other piles. You have that energy of the super blue moon in Pisces, of changing something spiritual and seeing the result of it in the real world. That's definitely happening because you're like getting up and going, no, I'm not taking this. We see the god Thor, Loki who's a shapeshifter. So you're shifting things for sure. But there's also an element in your reading of getting some great assistance out of the blue that you're not expecting. Of course, with the highlight of the pomegranate here and the candles. Pomegranate represent the underground. If we think about Hecate, of course. Oh, sorry. Why did I say Hecate? Well, Hecate is the goddess of war, so you're really pumped up here. But I mean to say Persephone. So something is coming out of the blue from the underground. As you know, Persephone was taken to the underworld. So we see something coming from the underworld, like something popping out of the blue, and you're going to know about it in due time. But again, we're seeing the energy of something happening these days for you. This is a reading, after all, about what major changes to expect now. So yeah, something is popping up here that will greatly help you. Perhaps some money that will jumpstart you into your dreams. And on top of that, I do see that you'll be taking drastic action with Pluto that will transform your whole life as you know it today. My dear pile number 3. I think there is a strong influence in your reading about what's going on astrologically. Now, seeing Newt, I'm thinking of all the things astrologically happening, other than not just the supermoon, blue moon, the the blue supermoon, right? But also, I remember an astrologer saying that with the Lion's Gate, and I remember the Lion Gates looking at the pyramids here. I'll tell you why in a second. But I remember an astrologer saying, well, the Lion's Gate doesn't just have an effect, a strong effect on that day. It continues to have an effect towards the end of the month. So astrologically, I'm seeing 2 end of months. Of course, the blue supermoon, and then the blue moon, which is also a supermoon, but with that strong energy. But also the effect of the Lion's Gate at the beginning of the month, that was strong energy as well. Both of them together are creating a lot of success for you these days. Because in Lenormand, which this is a Lenormand card, there is a lot of success. Why did I realize the Lion's Gate? Because we see here the plateau of the pyramids of Giza. Do you see right there? And you have the Sphinx, which I remember Hancock was talking about it facing. I don't know if you've seen that, but he was talking about it facing the constellation of Leo, right? So it reminded me of the Lion's Gate. So it seems like you are affected by these 2 energies greatly, and it is a time of your life where a lot of your dreams are going to start waking up all of a sudden as your energy is waking up. And you will be seeing these days a lot of success. So if we take a look at your cards, we're seeing success, we're seeing you changing and getting up, we're seeing some surprise of perhaps inheritance or money coming in that you're not expecting. Yeah, I see you towards the end of the month feeling like, oh my God, I've got, I can see the road ahead. I've started achieving things. I've started changing, and your solar plexus reviving, because now you have a feeling that you can achieve all of these dreams for yourself. So that's very clear. Your cards are super clear. Let's take a look at these last 2 cards and what their message is for you. So you have the 5 of Pentacles, right? And you have the 8 of Wands. I would say the summary of your reading is what you once thought was nearly impossible to achieve and you lacked with the 5 of Pentacles. It seemed so impossible to you that it was like looking for a needle in a haystack. That's how far it looked to you in the past, perhaps maybe even now, in certain areas of your life that are so chaotic and so hard, beating you down with the 10 of Swords. Traditionally, you'd see the 10 of Swords as someone laying flat on the ground with their face to the ground and 10 swords on their back, giving us the impression that this person feels like they're beaten over. So what you thought was like, yeah, well, there was a way to do that, but it's like looking for a needle in a haystack. Where would that come from? Well, it looks like something is coming from nowhere, first of all. Second of all, you are changing as well, and that's the most potent part of your energy out of the blue. And so you're going from lack to suddenly feeling like everything is moving fast. You can even see it in the symbolism of your card. With the tortoise, something is moving slow, almost feels like it's impossible to happen. And to seeing that tortoise running and things in that slow energy moving very quickly for you, you're going to start seeing how your personal power was the result of something that seemed impossible. Very possible, and in fact moving very quickly right in front of your eyes. You will see that this is the energy that's going to happen in your life in the next couple of days. My dear pile number 3, such a sweet special reading. I wish you the best of luck with that. I wish for your whole life to change in such a dramatic way these days, which is something I can see in the energy of your cards. I wish you all the best of luck with that. And my dear pile number 3, this was your reading. If you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. You know, I post readings nearly every single day. And please don't forget to check out my productivity e-cookbook. It is a book that I was passionate about. I wanted to bring out recipes that are healthy and delicious, but are also cooked in a matter of minutes, giving you the rest of the day to do what is important for you. I've worked on this project for months and months. I've partnered with a nutritionist that I really love and believe in to bring out this e-cookbook for you. It has 210 recipes, and if you're vegan, there is a vegan version. If not, you can even make use of both ebooks. There are no duplicate recipes, And this way you'll have a plethora of healthy and delicious meals to choose from, perhaps even for the rest of your life. And if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find the link to it down in the description box. And my dear pile number 3, thank you so much for tuning in. So excited for you. I can feel that energy in your pile. And wishing you the best of luck. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 4. Welcome to your reading. You were drawn to the beautiful moonstone as well as the rosemary. And today we're taking a look at the energy of the super blue moon, which is a very rare phenomena. This is, you know that expression, of course, once every blue moon. And so the next blue moon is going to be in 2037. So this is definitely a very rare phenomena happening, and it's also a supermoon, which means that it's close to the earth, and so its effect is going to be strong. I've seen how strong the energy is during the other 3 piles. Let's see how it's going to be in your pile. I already got like an understanding of the type of energy we're seeing reading the other piles. But yeah, let's see how that affects you, what type of changes to expect, major changes to expect now in your life. Okay, let's take a look at your oracle cards first. This is a Lenormand. You have the stars card. Hold on. There. If you were drawn to pile number 3, I would highly recommend it, because this is the Lenormand, this exact same Lenormand card that popped into their reading. You have Venus in Leo with affair. And you have the first quarter waxing fire moon with competitiveness. Interesting. Let's keep that there. I have a strong feeling that this is going to be a really interesting pile. Like very powerful pile. Which is something that happens quite frequently on this channel in pile number 4. Okay, so you have the third eye chakra balanced. It says, I see and connect to the universe. Lovely, okay? And it reminds me of this incident with the rosemary, of the Virgin Mary when she was when she fled from Egypt with Jesus, and she was hiding next to this bush of rosemary, and she put her cape onto the bush, and the white flowers turned blue, and it reminds me of the color of the I know it's not blue throat chakra, but it instantly reminded me of rosemary with this color. I don't know what this will say yet, but these two are definitely connected. Let's find out. That's why I have the Virgin Mary here in your card. And you have a balanced solar plexus as well. Beautiful. With I do have playfulness. I love that. You have grow yourself. What does that say? Sun. Oh yeah. And it says flower power. Okay. So yeah, let's now take a look at your tarot cards. So, my dear pile number 4. What major changes should you expect in your life now? Let's see what your cards are. You have a lot here. You have the Strength card. Whoa, certainly powerful energy. You have the Hermit, the Judgment card. A lot of religious elements here. We see the Virgin Mary. The Judgment card traditionally in history was the resurrection, when Jesus came up twice here. When Jesus would resurrect, would come back, and everyone would wake up and they would start their judgment as per what they've done in their lives. So it's interesting that you get that element twice. You have the Seven of Swords, that religious element, I mean, twice. Seven of Swords You have the Ace of Pentacles. You have the Seven of Wands. And you have the Emperor. Really cool. You have the Fool sitting on the Emperor's throne. Very, very cool. Okay, let's continue your reading. So what major changes should you expect next in your life? Expect now in your life. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you have the Four of Cups. You have the Hanged Man with the Drowned. Perhaps this is the resurrection here. Getting up from something that you were drowning from. Yeah, you can see that energy all over your reading. It's like thinking it's over, but it's not. You start resurrecting with great power as well. Okay, you have Stranger of Gardens. This is Stranger is the Knight here. Yes, Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. And you have the Lover's card. Love with love. Okay. So, what are we seeing here? Obviously, the effect of the moon is very strong in this pile as you were drawn to the moonstone. This moon, super moon, blue moon in Pisces will have a strong effect in your life these days. And I'm seeing right off the bat, it's having this effect of resurrection, of taking you from a situation where you felt like it was drowning, it was over, transforming this situation, like reversing karma. I want to say it's helping push you up in a very strong way, almost akin to magic, just like how we see the Virgin Mary transforming these flowers from the white to blue. And I see a strong connection here. This pile is very different. Like I tell you, there's something about pile number 4. Although you have that element that we keep seeing in every pile, but I'm seeing here assistance from the universe, helping you from the drowning. You seem to be so connected to the universe. You seem to be a very spiritual person. You have the Virgin Mary, you have Jesus, and you don't have to, I'm not talking about a certain religion at all. Depending on what you believe in, I see and connect to the universe. You have the stars. You're very connected spiritually. And there's magic going on in this pile. During that supermoon, a situation where you felt it was over, you couldn't take yourself out of it, and it was an aggressive one. It's like with the tides here, you drowning, taking your leg out of a lion's mouth. Like a situation that's very unfortunate. And with your prayers and with that connection that you have with the stars, because it looks here like you have the star figure within the Hermit card. I see you hermiting. I see you connecting to the stars, to God, to the universe, to whatever you believe in, and having this hope heightened. And I do see that with the competitiveness here, despite of that horrible situation that you're in and how aggressive it is, it will be competing against a higher power, and you will be saved these days from something that felt with the Four of Cups hopeless. You've lost hope in it, nearly lost hope. Yes, you had a lot of faith and you're so connected, but you almost lost hope into seeing something happen. And I do see that with your heart being so connected to the universe, a new opportunity with regards to this situation is going to show up in your life. Now, I will say, we do see these two elements in your Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is tricky energy. You having to go through such tricky energy. You feel like something is being stolen from you. Something is being taken from you unfairly. It is awful energy. But also, this is the scene of the Seven of Cups. Sometimes they call the Seven of Cups as the energy of building castles in the sky. Sometimes the Seven of Cups is seen as being bold, to have dreams that are bigger than others, than what others believe in. Sometimes it's considered as building castles in the sky. Sometimes it's considered as being wishy-washy. And I think this is all of the energies you've been going through. This energy of feeling like, yes, I'm supported. You know very well, by the way, that you are connected. And then other times you feel like in the 3D things aren't working out. So maybe you've been building castles in the sky and it's not meant to be. It's been all over the place. And now is the time, with you hermiting and believing so much with the, hermit is like leaving the world and just connecting, just making that connection and building awareness and growing spiritually. You will be finally getting in touch with that first thing that shows you that your hopes weren't in your imagination. You are going to receive something in the next couple of days that starts being your first earthly, if we can call it earthly, thing that you can touch with your hand, that will prove to you that these weren't just building castles in the sky, that something is actually, a higher power is listening to you, that something is in fact going to not just happen, but things are going to change. I will say, with the Knight of Pentacles, this is not going to be fast moving energy, but it is magic. It's like you're not going to be doing anything about it. You'll be receiving it. You'll be receiving the first hope, like first letter or first report or first something, first money, that will show you you're definitely being heard. It is something that takes time to be healed, but it's moving in the right direction now. So continue to have your faith, because there is a new beginning to something that was stubborn with the Emperor here. Something was so stubborn, something that was very challenging with the Seven of Wands. But this is the scene of the Seven of Pentacles, which is very similar to the Knight of Pentacles. Slow energy, but steady. Something that's growing, changing little by little, and it's helping you realize your dream. The Star card in Lenormand is success. You are going to reach success in something that was unfair. Now, the energy of something being absolutely unfair and dishonest to you is very potent in your reading, because you have the affair card here and the rosemary. It was used in, I believe, ancient Greek and Romans. They used to intertwine it with a bride's wreath as a symbol of fidelity, loyalty, eternal loyalty. So with affair here, seeing both the element of something that should have been loyal has caused you great challenges. You depended on something that was supposed to be honest and did not go down that way. It could be a person. It could be some laws that changed on you all of a sudden. It could have been promises that your work has given you, did not keep it. It could be a landlord. It could be really anything that was supposed to keep its promise to you, but didn't. And so there is an unfair type of feeling in you, like something hit you because you weren't expecting it. And it caused a lot of challenges, and perhaps this is, since you weren't expecting it, a lot of drowning happened here. So much sadness going on here, and near loss of hope. But speaking of loss of hope, you have the Fool card. This is you finally embarking on a new journey. And it's great news that the Fool is sitting in the Emperor, because although we keep seeing that the energy is slow and building little by little, but it is building little by little to create a strong foundation for you, one that you can sit on and depend on and rely on for the rest of your life. Not getting something quickly, getting a fix, and then it changing again. Here we see change with the number 5, but change that is leading up to finally something that is going to be stable for you. And with this new opportunity arriving, or with this new thing that's finally showing up in your life, I do see your belief in the universe is paying off. Your solar plexus is very strong, and you feel like you have that energy and that strength to now go after everything else, all the big dreams you've been hoping for. Here I see Arthur's sword, right? Only Arthur can pick up that sword. No one else is able to pull it out. So I get that magical aspect of you seeing something that no one else is able to see, receiving something out of the blue that no one else would, showing you that kind of the energy of you are the chosen one, or you are loved, you're cherished, you are chosen, yeah. You are held very special. You will see your place. You will understand just how loved you are, and how much you are heard, how much your prayers have been heard. And it will give you that confidence and strength to now do what is necessary to face these challenges. Slowly, yes, but for sure. Building a strong foundation in your life, creating that success in this area that you wanted. I'm also noticing the Fool's bag, which makes me feel that you're getting a message of be light, like be on your foot, be ready to move. Yes, it is a strong opportunity of stability, but you always want to be ready and on your foot. So stay light, stay moving. If you don't depend on it, perhaps it's always going to be there. Yeah. Or that you will always get something like that. Always get something. You will always be supported with the Emperor and these opportunities. So stay light on your feet. Do not be attached to anything. Don't be afraid. The universe is showing you hope, showing you a new direction, and it's showing you that things are going to be stable. This opportunity could be absolutely stable, or if it doesn't, rest assured that this energy isn't going to be taken away from you. You will always, from then onwards, be sitting in a steady, stable position with regards to this ailment or this situation that is carrying you. So it's like there's this message from the universe: you're not forgotten, and you will never be forgotten. You know, the rosemary, in fact, is related to memory, and that's why you have ancient memory. Ancient Egyptians used to use it. It had a strong reputation for strengthening the mind and the memory. So, this is a strong message that you are never forgotten, not for a second, my dear pile number 4. And you will start seeing these changes. You will start seeing that the universe is always connected to you, how magic happens in your life, to show you, A, you're not forgotten, which is an important message that you're meant to receive, and B, that things will magically change for you. Not once, not twice, not 3 times. They will continue to do so. And your whole situation, slowly but surely, is going to change, overcoming this challenge. What you are advised to do is to continue to connect with your heart. Continue to have that faith. Continue to have that beautiful bond. Forget about everything else happening in your world. All you're asked to do is to connect. If you, of course, need to take certain actions, of course, do that, but never lose that connection and the magic that the universe is showing you. You are not left alone. You might feel like that, like the universe has given its back, or the world has given its back to you. You are not alone. Back to back, the universe will always be with you. My dear pile number 4, this is exactly what I see with regards to a difficult situation in your life that is magically starting to transform. This is a beginning that you're meant to receive, that you will always have. Once that beginning has energetically started, know that you will always be stable. Whether with that very same thing or not, you will always have it. And my dear pile number 4, this is exactly what I see for you on what major changes to expect in your life right now. I truly, from my heart, wish you the best of luck. This was a magical reading. May you always be blessed. my beautiful pile number 4. And if you've enjoyed this reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. I do post readings nearly every single day. So if you're interested, please don't forget to subscribe. It does help the channel. And it also helps you being notified once a reading is posted. Do know, by the way, my dear pile number 4, the star and the Lenormand has showed up. It's time for success, finally. And my dear pile number 4, if you're interested in checking my e-cookbook, it has 210 recipes that are healthy, delicious, and are cooked in a matter of minutes, giving you the rest of the day to do what is important for you, to focus on what is important for you. I've been very passionate about this ebook. I've partnered with a nutritionist that I really love and believe in, and we've worked for months making sure this book comes out in the way that I want it for you guys. The navigation system is a breeze. Once you decide on a certain recipe that you want to check out, you click on it. It takes you straight to the page. It has a clear picture of what to expect of the meal, clear instructions whether you're a good cook or not, clear nutritional values, of course, you name it. And if you're vegan, there is a vegan version. If not, you can make use of both ebooks. There are no duplicate recipes, and this way you'll have a plethora of healthy and delicious meals to choose from, perhaps even for the rest of your life. And so if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to it down in the description box. And my dear pile number 4, my love, sending my love to you from my heart to yours. You're not alone. The universe loves you. And so many things are about to change in your life right now. Look out for this magic, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. You'll see.